A wrongful death case in Virginia is very similar, yet also very dissimilar to personal injury cases. It's very similar in that it was created or caused by the negligence of another. So someone else did something that needlessly endangered you or your loved one, and that ultimately caused the death of your loved one. So in that sense, it's very similar to a personal injury case in Virginia, but the type of damages that you're allowed to pursue in a wrongful death case are very different. In a personal injury case, you're dealing with things like mental anguish, inconvenience, medical expenses, pain and suffering of the person who suffered the injury. But in a wrongful death case, you're really looking at the people who survived the lost loved one to determine what are their damages. And in that, you look for things like loss of companionship or guidance or advice. Sometimes if you're dealing with a spouse or a parent or someone like that, you're also dealing with a loss of income. Those sorts of things are the types of damages that you look for in a workers' compensation case in Virginia. You're not entitled to recover for the pain and suffering of your lost loved one unless there is some other extenuating circumstance. But in a wrongful death case, there are several different things that you have to do in order to protect your right to pursue a claim. For example, your claim has to be filed within 2 years of the date of your loved one's death. Any random person can't just bring a claim in a Virginia court. A certain person has to go down to the clerk's office and qualify as executor administrator of the estate. The estate may not be large enough to go and qualify and marshal an estate as a whole, but if you want to pursue a wrongful death case, you have to go down to the clerk's office and qualify and post a bond and things like that to make sure that you will do the job and you will do it well. Now in Virginia, you can only qualify just for the purposes of bringing a wrongful death suit. You don't have to do everything that's involved in the estate. You can just qualify for the sole purpose of pursuing a wrongful death case. Wrongful death cases can come in several different ways. It could be as a result of medical malpractice. It could be as a result of a car accident, or it could be as a result of a slip and fall or a product's liability defect. Or it could be a death that occurs at work. You wouldn't be exactly the same as a car accident or a medical malpractice type of situation, but you're also entitled to death benefits under the Workers' Compensation Act. So if something happens that leads to the death of a loved one, there are several different options out there that you can choose from in order to pursue a wrongful death or a death benefit type case.